Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.
Hi, Peter Bernstein here in IT Expo East in beautiful Miami, and it's January and it's nice and warm and we have a crowded show floor, and we're talking tax solutions online with Tim Lopatowski from BillSoft. First of all, thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, thank you, Peter.
And let's talk about the automation of the tax business and your solution, and why are you here?
Well, first, it's always nice to come to Miami. It was 8 degrees when I left Kansas City, so and I hung my wrinkled shirt up last night, and it's like pressed this morning. With
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, yes, that's kind of neat. But we appreciate the IT Expo shows. Well, we automate taxes with tax calculation products. We automate the filing of transaction tax returns. So these aren't income, they're your sales and use to telecommunication taxes, things of that nature that get passed on to end users. And then we have a geospatial product that takes a person's street address, converts it to a latitude and longitudinal point, and compares it with geopolitical maps that determine the proper taxing jurisdiction, including special tax districts. And we just came off another banner year. We grew 27% with our last fiscal year, and our compliance business is leading that growth at about 36%.
Let's do a little tech talk.
Sure.
Walk me through, and our audience obviously, a little bit about, there's a lot of innovative capability in your products. Mm-hmm. And let's talk a little bit about what your customers are getting and why it's so desirable, because it's increasing their operational efficiency and effectiveness.
Yeah. And that's really what it's all about. From the tax calculation perspective, we're in contact with over 10,000 jurisdictions on a daily basis. So we gather a large amount of data and we throw it in databases, we keep those maintained, and then we've written software, and they can access this software through more traditional methods like batch processes or APIs or cloud services. And that part of our business has been about 25–75% last year. It's about 26% this year, so it's growing faster, but not as fast as we would have thought. But we think as we add more products into that cloud arena, that will continue to accelerate, and that gives additional efficiencies of not just having the calculation of the taxes, but also it reduces the work on having hardware, the infrastructure for the hardware, the install and the updates and things like that. On the compliance side, what we've done is truly phenomenal. Before we automated this process, it would take one analyst about a month to do 350 returns, and now our software can do over 3,000 returns per analyst. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And in what time period?
In a month.
In a month.
Yeah. And that includes handling of all the notices, reportings at the end of the month. There's true-ups to compare what your billing system did versus the taxes you remitted. And that's somewhat complicated because taxes aren't all remitted in the month that they're collected. Some are remitted in a month, some are remitted on quarters, and some are remitted on year ends. So we've written reports that true up all those different pieces and show where all that money is so that it can really match up with the
I can't let you go since we're getting toward the end here. Talk a little bit about compliance. That seems to be the thing that's driving a lot of the market right now. Yeah. And it's not an easy thing to get certified to actually offer a compliant capability, and yet compliance is what's driving almost everything that goes on in the not just the tax arena, but debt collection, accounts receivable, payable, the record keeping, all of the back office stuff. So
yeah. Well, we don't do any debt collection.
Right. No, I'm just saying the extensibility of the kind of innovation that you've introduced in the tax area.
Yeah, because if a company does its write off a bad debt, you want to collect your taxes back from that and whatnot. And there is a lot of need to archive all that information for audit purposes, and we archive that mostly for the length of time. Typically we do it for free for several years, but then if clients want us to archive it after that, we'll retain the records as well. But I think the things that mainly we concentrate are the very tedious manual pieces, like the actual population of the form. We not only automatically populate the form, we automatically create it. If it's still done by form, some are done electronically over the internet.
So you are true, I used to know how to talk, true business process optimization
that's
force
what we're
in
all
the
about.
industry. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great show.
Well, thank you, Peter. Great to see you.
Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.